Hey guys, this is Chase, the CEO of Real Talk, Real Work. Today we have a phenomenal guest, Sara with the Liquid Wanderer, based out here in Phoenix, Arizona. So Sara, I'll give you the floor. I want to ask you about your story, kind of give me some background of how the Liquid Wanderer started.
Okay, sure. So the Liquid Wanderer started in 2020, actually. It was when the idea came about. I had moved here from Long Island, New York, and a good friend of mine, she's actually a wedding planner in Denver, Colorado, and was telling me about this, how mobile bars, and she was showing me these cool tap trucks and stuff like that. And I thought, hey, why not? I love throwing parties. I've bartended my whole life pretty much. So that's when the idea kind of came about. I found somebody in California to build my first tap bar, and then while he was working on that one, he had posted a different one. So now I have two tap bars.
Okay.
So really 2022, I would say, is when I really got rolling, pun intended,
Okay.
with the mobile bar service, yeah.
Okay. So, now that you kind of wanted to get in that space because you already knew that space, what was it like getting your first customer? What was the experience
Oh
like?
gosh, I'm trying to remember who my first customer was. I should remember who my first customer was. I guess been bartending and then also being in sales. So like any kind of sale you get is just like that natural kind of high like feeling. So of course, it was great. Somebody wanted to use my my tap bar. A lot of it was free events I was kind of doing at first just to try to get my name out there and network. But it was a great feeling. And then just to see the customers, how they feel like during the party, after the party. So that's the fun thing about my business is it's 99% of the time it's a celebration. So that's the best part of it is seeing everybody happy.
Okay. So now knowing, so you've been doing this for how long now?
So 22, like almost 5 years, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, so congratulations, 5 years. It's a milestone, right? When you have been doing this now for 5 years and everything like that, what sets you apart from other mobile bar businesses?
Oh, okay. Well, definitely, I have a fantastic team. And so I'm sort of I pay well, and but I'm also really strict. So I have, like at the end of the day, all I care about is that the customer is happy. So whatever they're getting in their package, they're getting even more. So I kind of, if it's a theme that I love, I'm going all out. I'm going to stores, I'm buying decorations. So I feel like with our business, like you're getting reliability, you're getting great communication. I can't tell you how many times people call me and they're like, oh my gosh, we called like 3 other companies, no one's getting back to us. So I feel like the follow-up and that relationship is really what sets us apart, and the creativity. So we've done events where our entire staff has dressed as flight attendants. We have these cool push carts that I purchased from a plane.
Okay.
Especially the holiday time, we have a Grinch, that you could rent from our business too. So just anything creative out of the box that's our sweet spot.
Okay. So, doing all these types of events, has there ever been like a time where someone requests something and you're like, maybe we could do that, or maybe not?
Well, I have one client who emailed me and said to me, we're going to have a party, but there's going to be people underage, and because of religious reasons, they're going to drink. So I was like, really? So you're pretty much just admitting to me that you're going to break the law at the party. So I had to kindly decline that client and say, we're not a good fit for you. It's not something we're going to do.
Right.
So yeah, it's a lot of education in this industry of the liquor laws. So sometimes I don't even like to say we lose the customer, because if I have a customer that doesn't want to be compliant, then I don't want to have them as a customer.
Right. Yeah. Because then it makes it difficult for you, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't want to, I'll lose my whole entire business off of, if something happens at one party. So it's not worth it. It's okay to say goodbye. And sometimes it's just not a good fit with somebody.
Yeah. So, I mean, so connections and relationships are huge in building your business, right? It's something that you valued. So how have you cultivated that over the years?
So I guess, I really have to thank like all my years of bartending, because you meet so many people and you meet so many different personalities and you gain so much confidence, being able to talk to people and just following up. Like I always say, like I have a lot of repeat clients. Sometimes my trickier part is getting the new clients, but clients that I have, they're always, coming back. Oh, we want to do a mixology class. Oh, I have this birthday party. And then they're referring me. So that's how I've been, able to like be stable and get good business.
Oh, very cool. So what's something in your industry that the listeners can kind of like take as a key component, like to be successful in this business?
Oh God, perseverance. You have to like definitely give yourself a nest egg,
Okay.
I guess. I will say when I started this business, I didn't really realize how much work it really takes behind the scenes. Like everybody's at the party and they see everything, it's like so magical, but they don't see me like, in the grocery store trying to shop. Like maybe they wanted edible flowers, you can't find edible flowers, you're going to 10 different places, it's out of stock. The price, like people sometimes I think that there's a magic, like somehow I have this lower price that I could like source goods at. I'm like, I'm going to Costco just like you guys,
Yeah.
So I would say, that part of it, and also trailering. So that was another thing when I got the tap bars that, I was like, I guess I didn't really think about that too much. So having to actually load these, do the ratchet straps. My father's very proud of me. No one would have ever believed in the family that I would be trailering something, and a couple of curses here and there, but I get it done.
Oh, there you go. So you've done mobile bars and stuff like that. So tell me a little bit about your setup. So you said that you have 2 bars custom, right? And then you have some other like things as well that you do for events.
Yeah, so I have 2 larger unique tap bars. So the one that I have, his name is Rufus. It's a 1975 Vespa that was turned into like a sidecar, so it's like a kegerator.
Okay.
So yeah, that's always a good one. It always gets the men coming over. I'm like, yeah, you want to see my kegerator? So that's always fun. So then I have the taps in there, and then I have a Piago Ape that came from Sicily. So I had a guy totally remake this for me. He converted it to battery, which is amazing. So we could actually go inside of venues and not have to worry about fumes. So we're green in that sense, which is great. And then we also have, like I mentioned before, the really the push cart. So when you're on an airplane, the guy or girl comes around the flight attendant. So we have that. So we're like serving beverages out of that. And that's something fun and like smaller if it's a shorter kind of party, or if they just want it as an add-on. And then I also have, which my most requested bar, believe it or not, is probably my white, like basic bar I have. It's called the White Dove. Okay. And of course everybody wants that bar because it's the hardest to maintain. It gets dirty. It's like, so everybody wants that one. And then I have my favorite bar, which is the Raven bar. Well, Rufus is probably more my favorite, but the more standard bar. I like that one. That one is burned, has more of a rustic look to it. And then I also have a 3D bar called the Arctic Owl. So in case you didn't notice, every bar is named after a bird. So I'm my grandmother loved birds, and then I love birds. So Anna was my grandmother's name, and Anna's the name of the big tap bar.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So and Anna's actually a species of hummingbirds. So that's kind of how it all plays together. So unfortunately, my mom just passed away 2 years ago. So I keep joking around. She loved more of like dive bars. So I keep joking. I'm like, I should like have like a dive bar and like call like the Seagull Bar, like throw these like dive bar parties. So we'll see. Maybe Mom will, I'll do that for her.
It's always possible, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
And it's good to see that you're able to influence, your mom's likes and loves into your business. I'm sure that's a big.
Definitely, yeah. She was a go-getter, so I gotta make her proud.
Oh, of course.
She sold real estate.
Oh, okay. She did
Yeah,
real estate?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's in the blood.
Where did she sell real estate at?
In Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah, she did residential. She was a nurse before that. She was a hospice nurse too, which I think she was probably amazing at that. So, yeah.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, now, what are the types of packages, or who do you serve in Arizona?
Oh gosh, pretty much. I mean, anybody who wants to have a party. So I would say our main focus is where we really shine is corporate, because especially with the tap bars, everything is batched in these large kegs. So you're just like getting really fast service. So we could do a 1,000-person event, and there's not going to be like these majorly long lines. Sometimes, like it can get a little tricky with events. It's like I try to tell customers, like, listen, we if I'm telling you we need busters, we need busters.
Yeah.
Just to pass around, like, and servers like cocktails to keep the pressure off of the bar. So yeah, I would say that, and then definitely kids parties recently has just kind of been this calling for me. So I've been doing a lot of kids parties, and so far I'm the only one I know in Arizona that does junior mixology classes.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I don't know of anybody else yet, and I don't know of anyone else yet that has my my Vespa tap bar. So those are definitely two unique things, and the kids love these classes. They're so much fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is one of.
Yeah. So this is more of a. So let's say somebody can't have a. Maybe it's like they can't afford to have the party at their house and they want to order a kit online. So you could order a kit. So this one is actually a kit. This is actually a kit for one. Okay. So you get this fun little kit. It comes with the shaker, the recipe instructions. There's a little like secret prize in here. So it's really cute. There's a QR code that like takes you to this little like animation of me shaking the drink. So it's a lot of fun. Every time my niece and nephew come over, they're like, we want another kit. So we have 3 different flavors that are available right now. So they come in packs of 1, 2, and then I also have a big party box that's for 8. So I've had event planners that have actually maybe if it wasn't in the budget for me or my team to be there physically, they'll order the 8-pack. Okay. And then it just, they have it for the party, and they just set it up on the table for the kids, and the kids,
that's super cool.
And they make it themselves. It's really cute.
So you sell these on your website?
Yes, I sell these through my website and then also on Instagram. So I have the Liquid Wanderer, which is all of our, types of different bars, like, showing alcohol recipes and stuff. And then we have our Liquid Wanderer Junior, where I don't post anything about, nothing alcohol related at all. It's just for kids, that could look on there. Okay. So, and then on that site, the kids one is where we have a link in the bio for to order the kits.
Have you ever thought of going into big box stores and selling?
I have actually. Okay. Yes, it is definitely something that I'm starting to look at, because I did used to do liquor sales. So I have a lot of relationships with liquor stores. So okay. I've even just recently had conversations. So that's another part I'm learning. So there's, okay. You have to have the UPC codes on these, and so I'm making sure I'm doing everything the proper way. So it's taking a little longer than anticipated. And then I'm also wanting to, for retail, I want to redesign the package where it has more of a clear window. Okay. So that way people because I feel like if you saw this box in a store, you have no idea what's in there. There's no excitement. Okay. So I figured instead of POS, just, make the box sell itself and have a window. Okay. So I'm working on sourcing, somebody that could, do that where it's profitable. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. No,
yeah.
I mean, that's a really cool product. And this is a newer thing.
Yeah, I literally just launched this a month ago.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have 3 different kits. Mm-hmm. What are the 3 flavors?
So we have this one. This is the Shark Attack. So this is my personal favorite. So this one's, I don't want to give away too much with it, but it's really cute when what happens, a shark attack happens when they make this. Okay. The other one we have is the color changing lemonade.
Oh,
So that's a cool one. So kids get to, learn about, the color changing of the drinks with the acidity being added to the pea flour. So that's a fun one. And then the other one is a cotton candy one, because what kid doesn't love cotton candy?
Yes. Even adults love
cotton candy. They do. It's true. I know. I'm like, oh man, I just ordered those. I'm like, I have to reorder more cotton candy. So yeah, those are the 3 I have now. And then I'm going to be launching, kind of holiday themed boxes too. So I'll have Halloween, and then you could do like a Christmas theme, and that kind of, those will be more limited edition type of kits that you could get. So
that's super cool.
Yeah.
So now that you've covered that you have a new product, we've talked about your story and kind of where the Liquid Wanderer has kind of come to. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Oh gosh, where do I see myself in the next 5 years? Well, still in Arizona.
Okay.
Because Arizona, I don't know if it's forever for me, but it's for now for me. My dad's moving here, so I'm going to be here for a while. So I'm really hoping the kits is what I really have been focusing on. So it's really just like seeing that grow, and really more of the birthday side, like birthday parties for kids and stuff like that is where I kind of see the future of this. Mocktails, like a lot of people are very health conscious now and stuff like that. And, I know alcohol sales have been down. So I'm really just focusing more on like boba, mocktails, Italian sodas, that kind of, those kind of things. I don't know if I'm going to add quite yet any more bars, that might maybe like, I have some vendors I work with too, where we could, get rentals from them and that kind of thing.
So what does it take as far as like overhead? Was that something that you were a little scared?
Yeah, overhead. Well, yeah, overhead definitely, like just the computer systems and like the CRM systems, but that's really what does make you successful and set you apart. So I'll meet with other planners and vendors, and it's a big question I ask them is, do you have a CRM system? Like, how are you communicating? And sometimes it's just shocking to see when people are like only just communicating through text messages with their clients. I'm like, what? How do you keep everything organized? So I am very organized, and I pay for those programs. So like that's obviously definitely an overhead, and just the maintenance of everything. I mean, my tap bar, every event I feel like there's some kind of issue. Something's always happening or breaking. Okay. So there's definitely, that side of it. But, I've been navigating it and learning better. I mean, in the beginning, unfortunately, you want to, just buy everything. So if I had advice for anyone, I would say just kind of wait until you get that party booked, and then start buying the stuff. I had originally, when I first started the company, I had a promotion agency as well. So we would do tastings at stores, and I had all these brand ambassadors, but I just decided that it wasn't really my passion. It was a lot to manage. It was a lot of overhead. It was a lot of trying to get paid from distributors that just were not paying me. So I was floating a lot of money for the business. So I decided to just get out of that altogether. I was like, this is not for me. It just wasn't worth the, what we were charging and what we were getting. It just wasn't worth it.
So this avenue is definitely your passion. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's more passionate. I get to see people having fun, especially the kids. Like, I love seeing the kid, all together, like laughing, giggling. Yeah. And I'm actually super inspired by them, because what I do is in the junior mixology classes and the adult ones too, we do 2 mocktails or cocktails for the adults. And then on the third one, I let them have a competition. Oh, cool. So I have them make a drink, like using the ingredients, like, extra ingredients that I have there. So then it gives me like a good idea of what kids are liking, what the flavors are, like what's trending. And then it like could help me to like design a kit. towards
very cool.
yeah. So they're like trying to okay, what can I learn from these kids? Even my niece and nephew, I'm asking them questions.
Just kind of picking and prodding at which one might be like popular.
Yeah, exactly. And they're really creative. So even because like we'll judge on like the best tasting mocktail, the best presentation, and then it's like the best overall. So some of these presentations, I'm super impressed. I'm like, okay, well, listen, in a couple of years, you come work for me.
You're like, hey, I need you for design.
Exactly.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, there's one other thing I wanted to ask you. What's something that inspires you? Like every single day, like owning a business is tough, right? Mm-hmm. Running it is another question.
Yeah.
And everyone measures success a little bit differently. So my first question is, what inspires you to get up every morning and say, this is my passion, this is what I want to do?
Oh gosh, well, I would say God.
Okay.
God inspires me for sure. I feel like I was given like some pretty amazing gifts, and I feel like I have the gift to make people happy, and that's kind of my main purpose. I do like teaming up with there's certain nonprofits that I'm super passionate about that I maybe just give a little extra to, and I know they're out there doing the hard work. So if I could be there helping at an event and making it extra special for them and raising awareness, that part of it I really love. I feel like our time here is really short, so the most that I could do is great. I love inspiring, the people on my team too. I have really, really great people who inspire me too.
Okay.
I wouldn't consider myself a mixologist per se, but I have people on my team who it's their passion, so I know for certain events who I'm teaming up with, who would be a great fit for that event. So yeah, I would say like I get out of bed because, knowing that I'm just helping, everyone around me is great. And I mean, listen, I like also being, the harder I work, the more money, of course we all like money, but it's for me, I love traveling. So, it's kind of like, and I get inspired from travel too for events. So I feel like, I like that there's no limit when you have your own business. I could just have a lifestyle that I want.
Okay, so traveling's a big component.
Absolutely, love to travel.
Do you do things outside of Arizona?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yes, I've been very lucky. I've had a pretty, I guess, fortunate life. From doing liquor sales, so I got into the liquor industry when I was 20 years old, and I've been to a lot of wineries. I've won a lot of trips, and learned a lot about the different cultures, the flavors, all that kind of stuff. So I'm very lucky, and I want to just continue this now, I guess, more in my personal life. I just got back I was in Ireland and Scotland, and that was an amazing trip. I went to all the distilleries. Oddly enough, I'm not a big drinker, which is everyone's always shocked to see, because they look at my pages and they see all this drink stuff, and I'm like, I don't even, if you really know me, I don't even really drink. I'll just sip on things. So that's always, people are always kind of surprised when they hear that.
Okay. So have you ever thought of franchising you?
I have thought about it because, obviously I'm a big fan of watching Shark Tank, that's one of my, shows, of course. I'm like, I want to be able to talk like that, and I feel like I got something here. Maybe the kits, that could definitely, I feel like if I really could get this right, I think they could be super, really successful. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see it too. It's a pretty nifty product, and I feel like it connects with kids a lot, which anything for kids, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and it's great that parents, you have a sleepover or something like that. It's just a fun little project that they could do, So I've even considered having do it monthly if you want to be become part of a monthly program, a mailing, and then the kids every month they get a new mocktail kit. I thought that would be something fun.
Oh, super cool.
Yeah, it's all the logistics on the back end I'm working on. That's the hard part.
Okay. So
making it all work and being profitable.
Okay. So process and structure is a huge component in your success, and that's how you would kind of measure success in a way?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I would say Yes, I would definitely say that. It's funny because I used to say like certain people when they would start a business, I'm like, they have no background in that. And then I'm realizing like sometimes you don't need a background in certain things. Like if you know how to like run a business on the back end and your marketing, like you're probably going to be successful.
Like you'll probably do all right.
You'll probably do all right. So that's been a little bit of the more challenging sign. Like I'm more of a on the streets type of a salesperson, you know. So the whole internet, that's all very, you know, new for me. And you know, I have my nieces and nephews giving me ideas. They said, Aunt Sara, don't use the AI so much. I'm like, oh.
See, I'm glad you brought up this topic because, you know, AI is in pretty much everything.
Right.
Now, right. So do you use AI in
I
your
do.
business?
I definitely use AI. I've had assistants overseas too.
Oh, very cool.
Just because it is hard to, you know, be able to have a bit, you know, like I was saying before, to just be profitable. So you have to like find other resources. So I do definitely, I have some great programs I use to like help me post on. Sometimes I'm not good at putting stuff into words. So that's why I do like AI, because it just, I was like, oh, okay, that's what I wanted to say. I just didn't know how to say it to be so clear. So it just kind of cleans it up for me a little bit. Makes it more appropriate.
Gives it a little bit more fluff.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. I mean, I use AI pretty much every single day in a lot of facets. So it's good to hear that, you know, most businesses nowadays kind of have to use it.
Yeah, I feel like if you're not using AI, like you're probably really behind on the ball. You know, I have an AI program that helps me source leads, helps with blogs, like, you know, all that kind of back end stuff that has been super useful. Post, like I could choose the post so it posts on my Instagram for me. So that saves a lot of money, you know. On that, and then I'm able to pay, you know, my staff, you know, more when it comes to like events and stuff like that. The bartenders, the bar backs, they do a lot of work for me.
So time management is a huge thing in business, right?
Yep.
So how do you accomplish that?
Well, I do have a regular, you know, 9 to 5. So it's a lot of late nights and weekends, which is fine for me because I feel like that it's just, you know, I feel like I'll sleep when I'm dead, right? So I'm just kind of like doing as much, and I'll get into something like this whole idea, like just kind of like came to me, and then I'm like on the computer, and I'm like, you know, okay, how am I gonna make this work? Blah 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 blah. You know, and I'm like researching, and then I'm like trying to source the box. Okay, trying to find the best price, but also good quality, right? So, and then I have like spreadsheets of everything, so that way I could see like, okay, what is this box costing me, and then what am I profiting? Like, is it like, and still making sure that you're profitable, because it's very easy, you know, all of a sudden like you're looking at all these like expenses, and you're like, okay, like where is the money coming in? I'm just like, I'm glad I had this crazy idea, but now I have to like sell it, you know.
So something has to come to fruition, right? Like,
definitely.
Like, as much as it is a passion, it is a business.
Exactly.
So you got to find like the clear lines of like, okay, I love doing this, but there's got to be something that can keep it going and growing into the next
100. I tell everybody, and you know, sometimes I'll get clients and they're like, oh, we found it cheaper, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, you get what you pay for. Like, this isn't a hobby for me, it's a business. So if you want somebody that's, you know, it's a hobby for them, then you're going to get hobby service, you know. So
very true.
Plain and simple. So
that's an honest statement. So for the viewers out there and everything, like, what's one key component that you want everyone to take from this conversation? What's something that, you know, say if somebody out there is looking to either be in this business or just learn about the service industry, what's something that they can kind of take away from this video and absorb?
I feel like everybody, if you're going to start a business, and like, you should definitely be working the business. You should be a bar back, you should be a bartender, you should be a waiter or waitress, you should know every aspect of it. If you're a boss at the restaurant, want you to plunge toilets, you plunge the toilets, you know. Like, I got my start, you know, working the door, doing a coat check back in Long Island, and you know, my boss was like, Sara, you know, the toilet's overflowing. All right, I'm out. You know, you do what you got to do. And those are the people that I want working for me. I want everybody. Nothing is above anybody, so I want everybody to, they're trained to know if there's a napkin on, don't keep walking past and staring at that napkin on the floor, like pick it up, like this is like the type of service. So I would say, if you're gonna start the business, like really do your research and know what the laws are. That's my biggest challenge is when I'm talking to clients and I'm trying to explain to them, oh, we're having a grand opening of our bank, and we want to have liquor there. I'm like, okay, is it going to be after, hours? Is there going to be a guest list? Oh no, the bank's going to be open. Okay, you can't serve alcohol. Like, are you opening a spa? Like, you can't serve alcohol and be exchanging money, and that's been the biggest thing. And then I've had, that's when the customers say like, okay, like forget, that's when like, I don't hear from them again. Because then they'll go to a new company and the new company has no idea because they didn't do any research. They probably don't even have the liquor liability insurance, right? So I would say that's the biggest frustration. I have a lot of good relationships with other mobile bar companies in the industry. So advice would be to like stay close to those people. Like don't think of like, those people as your competition. Like people who are doing things the right way, you should like team up because, there's times if I can't do an event or something, I have people that I could refer that I know are, on par with exactly how I run my business. So all of us, we try to like stick together and then kindly we try to, educate the new people coming in, and I get it. Everyone's new, but, that would be like my best advice. And I would just say, don't overextend yourself so much. And it's not an easy business. So I don't care what anybody says. It's definitely, we have a really big responsibility being in the alcohol industry. So there's a lot of rules, regulations that you definitely have to like abide by. So
okay. So I'm gonna kind of wrap things up here. One last thing. How do people contact you to do any of these events, book you, anything like that? You can tell the people exactly how to do that.
Okay, sure. Okay, well, you can go right to our website, theliquidwanderer.com. So on there, you'll see all of our different packages, our different bar offerings. Or if you want to check us out, we have the Instagram, The Liquid Wanderer, or we have Liquid Wanderer Junior as well for the kiddos.
Perfect. Guys, thank you all so much for joining the podcast today. And Sara, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.